So who do we have with us today?
My name is Marie. I'm Maddie.
And what brought you? Are you the patient?
I'm the patient, yes.
So what brought you here? What was going on back, and how long ago was it?
So in April? Yeah, because it was after spring break. So before April, my mom sat me down on the couch and she had a weird white binder in her hands and I was like, what the heck is this? So she said, oh, our neighbors up the street, they started going to this doctor and apparently they got awesome results. So I started talking, she started talking about it with me, and I said I wanted to do it because I was terribly, horribly anxious and depressed, and the therapy we were doing was not working. And we started doing it in April, and we did the elimination diet.
Right, we did a medical detox program.
Medical detox, and it was kind of sad, but I felt great. I was only sad during meals because I just thought of all the things I couldn't have. But the other times, I felt like myself again.
That's cool. So, just to interject, so we talked about back then that the gut and the brain have this interrelationship, and when the digestive tract is inflamed and not working right or leaky, it will impact brain chemistry, and it can cause problems like attention issues or anxiety issues or depression issues or brain fog or a whole bunch of different things. So of those, what did you feel like you had?
Most prominent was anxiety. I couldn't ask the teacher to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes. I couldn't raise my hand and say the answer even if I knew it. In German class, I would have to stay after class to do speaking parts because I didn't want to do it while the class was there, even though they weren't watching.
And Mom, did you notice some changes in a daughter from a while back till this time? I think you told me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had a very vivacious, outgoing daughter for about 12 and a half years, and when she hit about 13, I started noticing some changes. She started withdrawing a little bit, and I thought, this teenage angst thing is terrible. And it just got worse to the point where we had a family vacation that was completely ruined and just a disaster. And at that point I said, all right, this is bigger than teenage angst.
So what happened on vacation?
And anytime we went out somewhere, we went to Niagara Falls, and we also went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which was a vacation we were all excited about. Anytime we were out somewhere, she would start I want to go back. I don't want to be here anymore. Nothing happened specifically. There wasn't an instance or she wanted to go back. And then once we got back to our room, she didn't want to leave again. And we have tickets, we have things that we've planned and money we've spent already. And, we're here only for a short amount of time. And it was very difficult, and it was, it ruined pretty much everything that we had planned. It was very disappointing.
Yeah.
And we were upset, and she was upset, and her brothers were upset, and it's turned into. It would have been a great trip.
Yeah. So what were you feeling? What was it like? Just this generalized anxiousness, or just fear, or what was going on? Do you remember?
That trip was like a haze of just not just that trip, just the year or so. It was just a haze of fear and anxiety, not wanting to do things and then regretting not doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would feel depressed because of her anxiety. Her anxiety would cripple her, and then she would be depressed that she wouldn't be able to do something, and then not like herself, and then that gave her more anxiety, and it just was this cycle that we couldn't get out of.
So the types of things you did before you came here were what?
As far as treatment, we started to see a counselor. I think we go twice a week or once a week.
It was once a week, and then we tried once a month, and that didn't work, so we went back to once a week. Or no, we did every 2 weeks.
It really wasn't working for her. For some people, it works great, and she wasn't interested in doing any coping mechanisms or
every time I freaked out, I couldn't remember them because I was too freaked out to remember them.
It just wasn't working for her, and we weren't sure exactly what we were going to do, and I was making her go, and she was pushing back. And at that point, I felt like she just didn't even want to be well, and her grades weren't really suffering, but
I had one grade that was suffering, but that was not because of me.
She didn't have a very good teacher. He was very anxiety-inducing.
Oh yeah, definitely. You couldn't sit in that class.
He was very high energy.
Yeah. So then you had a relative,
a friend
that came here for neurofeedback and such, and you said you noticed quite a bit of difference in that person's behavior.
Yes, her son came for slightly different reasons, but he felt better. He is nearly the same age as Maddie, and he felt more like he could think and could be himself.
Okay.
And what had worried his mother a little bit and made her talk to me was that the initial testing that he had done said that he could be anxious. And I thought, I didn't realize that that's what you did. When we had talked about it, he had some learning disabilities and ADHD kind of symptoms. And I didn't realize that at that point, I didn't realize that possibly it could help her.
Right. So then you did the gut and liver repair or medical detox program, and you felt better.
Yeah.
Just was missing the foods you weren't eating, but you were like, gosh, I feel like my old self again.
I still miss foods.
So then we did some neurofeedback, right?
Neurofeedback.
And we've been changing how you're helping you learn how to alter your brain waves.
I feel way more confident in myself. Like every time I would look in the mirror, I would just pick apart everything I didn't like. But now, like, that doesn't happen, and
that's cool.
I do things I wouldn't have done. Like, there's a part in the music that we're doing in band that it's only me playing that part, and I feel great. Like, yeah, give me that part. I want that part. Except, like, a year ago, if the same thing had happened, I would have given it to my friend and taken a different one that, like, more people were playing.
So you wouldn't be you, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big step in the right direction.
Because while she was very talented, she was afraid to put it out there at all.
Yeah.
And I see her shining in so many ways that were kind of hidden. I knew were there, but she didn't want to show. And just the difference, in she said, in her confidence level and wanting to do things and having new friends and putting herself out there, just she could not do that before. And now she is smiling again, and I feel like kind of like I have my daughter back, you know?
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Cool.
I'm so happy.
Dad have anything to offer? You're not on camera, but you can say anything you like. I think we might be able to hear.
Probably the most dramatic difference is what triggered her anxiety was loud noises and big crowds. And now she's in marching band, which is loud noises and big crowds.
That's my favorite thing.
The fact that she's even doing it is kind of a big deal, and she's head over heels in love with that, just with her friends and being a normal kid.
That's cool. Now you gotta go show your face so everybody knows it's not me being a ventriloquist. Hi. Awesome. Anything you want to add? Are you happy you came?
I'm definitely happy I came. I made friends here. Just like everyone is so nice. They're like one big family helping your family.
Oh, that's nice. We try to be that way, definitely.
Yeah, and like it's not like, I mean, you're polite and respectful the first time you meet everyone, but I feel like I transitioned into not exactly friendship, but more like being comfortable with the people here so quickly. Like now I can joke around and like be happy with like the staff, and it doesn't feel weird.
Cool.
Like it doesn't feel like I'm joking around with a security guard or
Right.
at like some.
Yeah. Well, everybody here genuinely loves to help people, and so that's one of the key things when we hire people is that you have to. There's certain things you can't teach.
Right. You can definitely tell, and they do. You can tell as a parent. I can tell that all of your staff genuinely cares about making my child, specifically in my case, well and comfortable.
Super. Well, super happy to hear that, and I know this will help a lot of people seeing this once I get it set up on our YouTube channel for you after we get approval from you that we can do it, which we hope to do. So, any last questions or comments?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.